Everyone, you're welcome to this channel. Today we are going to be talking about quadratic functions and graphs, and we are basically going to walk through questions around question 1, 2. We're going to be solving these questions. So we start with question 1, and it says here is the graph y is equals to x squared minus 2x minus 3. The questions are write down the turning points of the graph and also use your graph to find the roots of the equation that. Okay, so as you can see, the graph is U-shaped. It's opening upwards, which also gives you the hint that the value of a is actually a positive value. It's greater than 0. Now, how do you find the turning points? The turning points happen to be the lowest point of the graph, or it's also called the minimum. So the minimum, or also called the vertex. And as you can see, the vertex is right here, and if we trace upwards, you can see that the vertex of this is 1, the x value here is 1, and the y value is negative 4. So the coordinates of the vertex will be positive 1 and negative 4. Very good. Use the graph to find the roots of the equation x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. So here, since we've let y to be 0, we are literally trying to find the x-intercepts, or the points where the graph crosses the x-axis. And as you can see on this graph, the points where the graph is crossing the x-axis are right here. There's a point right there, and there's another point right there. So this is a point negative 1, and this is a point 3. Okay, so the two solutions are going to be x, maybe you can say x1 is equals to negative 1, and maybe x2 is equals to positive 3. Oh yeah, so that's it. Those are the solutions, those are the roots of the equation. This question had 3 marks. Let's also go look at question 2. Question 2 says here is a graph y is equals to 2x plus 6 minus x squared. And we want to write down the turning points of the graph. Now for this, you can see the graph is N-shaped. It's opening downwards, which suggests that the value of the coefficient of the quadratic part of the graph is less than 0. It's negative. So that's why the graph is facing downwards. So the coordinates of the vertex, as you can see, the vertex is the highest point. The highest point is around here. Okay, and so we'd like to trace that. You may use a ruler to trace this down to find which value, because it's not a direct point. So tracing downwards, you could clearly see that the value is around there, and the y value is also around there. So since this is the values from 0 to 2, the range is 2, which means being 10 small squares, every small square is equivalent to 0.2. And if this is 1, then the next one is 0.8. So what is in between them is going to be around 0.9, because 0.8 plus 0.1 will be 0.9. So this is a value 0.9, and this is a value 7. So the coordinates of the turning points are going to be positive 0.9 and 7. Then we want to use the graph to find the roots of the equation. X squared is equals to 2x plus 6. So first we'd like to equate this equation to 0. We do that by moving x squared to the other side. So we'd have 2x plus 6 minus x squared is equals to 0. And now this suggests that the value of y is 0, which means we're trying to look for the x-intercepts. So the x-intercepts basically are the values or the points where the graph is crossing the x-axis. And as you can see, those values are right there. Okay, so these are values. Looking closely, if this is 3, this is 3.2, 3.4, 3.6. And if this is 1, this is 1.2, 1.4, 1.6. So that's negative 1.6. So the two values of the roots of the equation are x is equals to negative 1.6 and x is equals to 3.6. So let's write them down here. x1 is equals to negative 1.6 and x2 is equals to 3.6.